What's up, guys? This is former Springbok and Rugby World Cup winner Brian Havana. You're watching Gareth Mason on Walking Tall with G-Man.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video we focus on Japan taking on the Springboks this Friday in what should be one hell of an interesting game. There are a lot of people talking about this contest. Why? Because the last time we met Japan, we lost in the 2015 Rugby World Cup in the group stages in what was an absolutely incredible match. And incredible, definitely from Japan. They fought like champions, played like stars, and just deserved to win that match. They caught us all ends up, they capitalised on our mistakes, and they just played some magnificent rugby that is a talking point even to this day. People remind me about that result when we lost to Japan. I mean, there's jokes on Halloween, how to scare the Springboks, wear a Japanese rugby shirt. I mean, the jokes are going and they're going to always go because it's never going to be forgotten. It was a day that will be in the history books forever, and rightly so. And Japan deserve all the credit, as well as Eddie Jones, who coached them at the time. But now, 4 years later, we meet them again in their home turf, which, again, you can't take lightly. I don't care who you are, what you predict, you cannot take Japan lightly. It's going to be a very interesting contest, and it's a team that has so much heart and will want to prove to the world that they are indeed deserving World Cup participants. And they'll want to give the Springboks a good run for their money and show us what they're made of. And Rassie Erasmus has said that in his press conference. We've gone and selected the best team we could possibly feed. And he said it's because of the respect they have for Japanese rugby. We want to play them with the best and treat this game as a proper, which it is, Springbok Test match, where we're going to give it our absolute all and play to the best of our ability to try and get this last warm-up game to end off our warm-ups on a great note, which is going to be fantastic for Springbok rugby as we continue this journey. We haven't lost a game this year yet, which is unbelievable. If we can continue this momentum on to Japan, it will be great. And I think it's going to be a very interesting counter. I'm definitely by no means taking this team lightly. I think they're going to give us one hell of a fight and definitely try and ruffle some feathers within the squad that are playing on this week on Friday. It's going to be an interesting game. We've gone with the strong team, the team that pretty much played against the All Blacks and drew. So there's no excuses. There really aren't. It's a solid force of Springbok rugby players. Obviously, we're missing Apiwe Dianti due to the doping issue as well as injury. Eben Etzebeth is selected, but he's obviously on alert because of the incident that happened that he was involved in a few weeks ago. So he's on alert. But again, he is chosen to play, so nothing's been proven yet. So therefore, he is still a Springbok. So it's going to be a fantastic game. I mean, the last time we played against them, it was memorable. It was special. It was not memorable for a South African, but if you're a person who respects the sport, it's always good to see an underdog pick up a victory. The same when it goes to cricket. When I see a team like Bangladesh do well in the Cricket World Cup, I was generally happy for them, and I was generally as upset as I was at the time that we lost to Japan in the 2015 World Cup. I still did a post saying, "Well done, Japan, so well deserved. Congratulations, onwards and upwards. Springboks, time to catch a wake up and focus." And we did. We got to the quarterfinals, got to the semi-finals. Unfortunately, lost by 1 point. Having said that, to the All Blacks, and I mean, you're playing the All Blacks, the best in the world champs. It's never going to be easy. So we recovered well, and I was proud of the Springboks for that. But again, it's definitely the talking point that everyone wants to do or talk about. And if we can go on and take on Japan with every aspect and play to the best of our abilities and put in a dominant performance, then we can silence some critics. Will we continue to hear the Japan Springbok talk? Of course we will. We will never been not told to hear about it because it was a memorable moment in Rugby World Cup history, and therefore it will always be spoken about. But now we meet again this week, well, this Friday, and it's time for redemption, it's time for revenge, it's time for the Springboks to put their mark on and to tell the nations out there in world rugby that we are here to play the game and to put a threat within to world rugby to say, hey, we're here and we want to win the Rugby World Cup. So it's important that we take on this game, every aspect of it. As for predictions, look, Japan are going to come in hell's blazing. They're going to put in a lot of effort, a lot of heart within the game. We've seen them beat Italy last year. We saw them going to a winning first half against England. So very important key notes to remember. They got to their highest ever position of 9th place, only just moved back to 10th this past weekend. So Japan rugby has been on the rise, and that's something we can't look past. We can't just go the 10th in the world or 9th in the world, we're going to whip them. Not the case anymore. It's not the way rugby works. It's whoever plays in the best on the day will win. We've seen back and forth in this Rugby World Cup stage, and I'm expecting just that this weekend. I think Japan are going to come at us quick, fast, all ends up. But the one thing I'm nervous about, and this fitness level, and this is where it's going to test the Springboks. But for the first time in a long time, I'm excited for the bench that we have. We've got Ralapele, Bogi Manambe, Beastie, we've got Javini Kanye, we've got Herschel Yankees, we've got a solid, formidable bench that is there, and I'm excited to see these guys play. So therefore, fitness level, I'm expecting a lot from the Springboks. Whereas Japan, they came back at that end of the game and scored that try to seal the deal and for Japan to beat the Springboks in the Rugby World Cup. So if we're fit at the end and we're electric and going at it, then by all means we've got an opportunity to win this game this weekend. Prediction wise, I'm expecting South Africa to really take full force of this game. We are playing in Japan, so we've got to take that into account as we talk about predictions and who's going to win. But I'm pretty confident South Africa are going to take this one by all means. I think we just got a formidable team on our hands, and if we could just take this to the next level, I reckon we're going to look good and beat Japan by more than 12 points. Or I think we just got it in us to really take this team or this game to the next level. I unfortunately won't be streaming it. I will be at work, but I'll recap it when I get home on Friday evening. So make sure you subscribe for that. So prediction, I'm going South Africa to win by more than 12 points. I'm expecting a dominant performance from the Boks in what should be a very interesting game. But again, I will not take Japan out. It's going to be, we'll write them off. It's going to be a strong game. And I'm excited to watch the host nation play this weekend. It's going to be awesome. So all the best to Japan. All the best to my bookies. Make us proud. We are almost there. It is almost Rugby World Cup time. I'm excited. Don't know about you. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you real soon for another video. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.
Subscribe to his channel for more rugby content. You won't regret it. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.